The year is 9 AD. Rome under Emperor Augustus stands at the zenith of its power. Its legions have subdued much of the known world. From Africa to Britannia, the Roman eagle soars high. Among these legions, the 17th, 18th and 19th stand ready.
Their commander, Publius Quinctilius Varus, embodies Roman authority. He is tasked with consolidating the Roman grip on Germania.
Varus leads his legions deep into Germania. Yet, unknown to Varus, a storm is brewing in the heart of the forest. This is the story of the Lost Legions, a tale of betrayal and courage. The legions march deeper into the Teutoburg Forest. The once clear paths give way to dense undergrowth. The air, thick with humidity, muffles the sound of their marching. The forest, dark and brooding, seems to close in on them. Varus remains unconcerned. He has faced countless foes and emerged victorious. He believes the Germanic tribes to be nothing more than barbarians. He underestimates their cunning and their burning desire for freedom. They march on, unaware of the trap that awaits them. The trap is sprung. A sudden rain of javelins falls upon the unsuspecting Romans. The air is filled with the screams of wounded men and the clash of steel.
Arminius, his face contorted with hatred, leads his warriors in a ferocious assault. The Roman columns, caught off guard, break into disarray.
Panic threatens to engulf them, but Varus, his voice booming over the chaos, rallies his men. He orders his legionaries to form a defensive perimeter, their shields interlocked, a wall of steel against the barbarian horde.
The Germanic warriors, emboldened by their initial success, attack with unrestrained fury. They swarm the Roman lines, their axes and swords thirsty for Roman blood. But the legionaries hold firm. Their discipline and training hold them in good stead. They fight back with the ferocity of cornered lions. The forest floor becomes a scene of carnage. The air is thick with the smell of blood and death.
The Romans, though outnumbered, are superior in training and equipment. They inflict heavy casualties on the Germanic warriors, but the barbarians fighting for their homeland are relentless. They attack again and again, wave after wave, crashing against the Roman lines. The Roman defenses, stretched thin, begin to crumble.
Despite the chaos, the Roman legions fight with unmatched courage. They are the legions of Caesar, of Scipio, of Marius. They have faced countless foes and emerged victorious. They will not fall easily. The legionaries, their faces grim, fight with the desperation of men fighting for their lives. They form small, tight formations, repelling the relentless attacks of the Germanic warriors.
The Roman cavalry, attempting to break through the enemy lines, is met with a hail of spears and arrows. Horses rear in terror, their riders thrown to the ground and trampled underfoot. The forest, once a place of beauty, is now a cauldron of death. The ground is littered with the bodies of the slain, Roman and German alike.
The fighting continues for 3 days. 3 days of relentless attacks and desperate defense. The Romans, exhausted and outnumbered, are slowly being whittled down. Their supplies dwindle, their wounded suffer, their hope begins to fade. But still, they fight on. They fight for their lives, for their honor, for the glory of Rome.
Arminius, a master tactician, uses the terrain to his advantage. He avoids open battle, relying instead on hit-and-run tactics, ambushes, and the psychological terror of the forest itself.
The Romans, accustomed to fighting on open ground, are ill-prepared for this type of warfare. Their formations are broken, their lines of communication disrupted, their movements hampered by the dense undergrowth.
The rain continues to fall, turning the battlefield into a quagmire. The Romans, their armor heavy and their movement sluggish, are easy targets for the agile Germanic warriors.
The tide of the battle turns decisively in favor of Arminius. The Romans, their morale shattered, begin to retreat. But the retreat soon turns into a rout. The Germanic warriors, sensing victory, pursue the fleeing Romans relentlessly. They hunt them down like animals, slaughtering them without mercy.
The Roman eagle, once a symbol of invincibility, now lies broken in the mud. The legions of Varus, once the pride of Rome, are no more.
News of the disaster filters back to Rome slowly, carried by haggard survivors and whispered rumors. The Senate, aghast, struggles to comprehend the magnitude of the defeat. 3 entire legions, the pride of the Roman army, annihilated. The invincible legions of Rome defeated.
The news spreads like wildfire through the streets of Rome. Panic and disbelief grip the city. Mothers weep for their sons. Wives mourn for their husbands. Children ask about their fathers, their innocent eyes reflecting the fear and uncertainty that has gripped the heart of Rome.
The people accustomed to victory struggle to come to terms with this unprecedented defeat. The very foundations of their world seem to shake. Augustus the emperor, upon hearing the news, is said to have cried out, "Quintilius Varus, give me back my legions." The defeat in the Teutoburg Forest is a blow to the heart of the Roman Empire. It exposes the limits of Roman power. It reveals the vulnerability of their legions. It throws the future of the empire into doubt. Tiberius, Augustus's stepson and heir apparent, a man known for his cold demeanor and military acumen, vows to avenge the fallen legions and punish those responsible for the massacre. He understands the gravity of the situation. He knows that the defeat in the Teutoburg Forest is not just a military disaster. It is a blow to the prestige of Rome. It is a challenge to Roman authority. It is a wound that, if left untreated, could fester and spread, emboldening Rome's enemies and threatening the stability of the empire.
With the full weight of the Senate behind me, we will mobilize the might of Rome. Legions are to be recalled from distant corners of the empire. New legions shall be raised. Weapons will be forged. Supplies must be gathered. Rome, wounded but not broken, prepares for war.
The defeat in the Teutoburg Forest has awakened a sleeping giant. Rome, thirsty for vengeance, will not rest until the debt of blood is repaid. The eagle may have fallen, but it will rise again, stronger and fiercer than before. Roman legions, led by Tiberius, march into Germania. They are not the legions of Varus, overconfident and unprepared. These legions are hardened by vengeance, their hearts filled with a cold fury. They come to conquer, to punish, to avenge. They will show the Germanic tribes the true meaning of Roman might. The Roman advance is relentless. Villages are burned. Crops are destroyed. Tribes that offer resistance are slaughtered without mercy. The land, once vibrant with life, is transformed into a desolate wasteland.
I, Tiberius, a ruthless and efficient commander, leave nothing to chance. I will not repeat the mistakes of Varus. I will not underestimate the enemy. I will not be lured into a trap. I will crush the Germanic tribes with the full weight of Roman might. They will pay for the blood of Roman legionaries.
Years pass. The Romans fight with grim determination. They win victory after victory, each one a step closer to their ultimate goal, the complete subjugation of Germania and the extermination of Arminius and his followers. Tiberius, tireless in his pursuit of vengeance, drives his legions ever forward. Finally, in 16 AD, the Roman army catches up with Arminius and his warriors at the Battle of Teutoburg. The battle is long and bloody. Both sides fight with the courage and ferocity of desperate men. But the outcome is never in doubt. The Roman legions, superior in training, discipline and equipment, crush the Germanic forces.
Arminius, defeated and deserted by his allies, flees into the night. The Roman pursuit is relentless. We will not rest until he is captured or killed.
But Arminius, ever elusive, vanishes into the vastness of Germania. The Romans, though victorious, are denied their ultimate prize. The legions of Varus are never found. Their fate remains a mystery, lost to the mists of time, but their memory lives on, a cautionary tale of overconfidence, betrayal, and the savagery of war. In Rome, a ceremony is held to honor the fallen legions. A cenotaph, a monument to the dead, is erected in the Campus Martius. The names of the lost legions are inscribed on its surface, a permanent reminder of their sacrifice. The people of Rome mourn their loss. They remember their courage. They honor their memory. The defeat in the Teutoburg Forest casts a long shadow over the Roman Empire. It serves as a reminder that even the mightiest of empires are not invincible. It highlights the importance of vigilance, of never underestimating one's enemies, and of the enduring human spirit that can overcome even the most daunting of challenges. The story of the lost legions is a tragedy, but it is also a story of courage, of resilience, and of the enduring legacy of Rome.